So we want from downtown Medical District to Midtown, not miss a beat, just vibrancy, growth, and prosperity for our businesses, for our residents in the area.
Welcome to The Talk Chamber, a production of the Greater Memphis Chamber. The Talk Chamber is the podcast for the latest on the Chamber, economic development, and all things Memphis. Today's episode features Rory Thomas, the president and CEO of Memphis Medical District Collaborative. Rory, we are so excited to have you on and excited to hear about the work you guys are doing in the medical district.
Wonderful. Well, really grateful to be here. Thanks for having me on, Taylor, and looking forward to the discussion.
So let's just start off. Give us a brief background about you. Tell us about you and how you got here, how you got to Memphis.
Well, lifelong Memphian. So thanks to my parents starting off to be here, but lifelong Memphian, grew up in the Whitehaven area. I think if you grow up in Memphis, you got to shout out your high school. So Whitehaven High School, and then I went on to Christian Brothers University for my finance degree and also my MBA. Started off my career in finance here in Memphis, but then began to do economic development, community development, and kind of been doing that for the past 15 years in Memphis. And 2021, blessed to take over as president of the Memphis Medical District Collaborative. So
what led you specifically to those roles of, community development?
Well, it's all God's plan in a way. My thoughts, of course, always been great with numbers and finance. So started off in investment banking. I was going to have to move to another city to really grow in my career for that, and didn't want to move really. So started out doing the financial analysis for an economic development agency, and that's kind of like where it began to grow in my career in that area. And I always had a passion for Memphis, wanted to make a impact in Memphis. So being in community economic development, what greater way to have an impact on your city? Right.
That's awesome. And, I know we're glad to have you, and it's always great to hear Memphians who love Memphis and stay in Memphis. I'm one myself, so I love to hear my fellow Memphians, born and raised people, doing great things for our city.
Definitely.
So for those who aren't familiar, what is the Memphis Medical District Collaborative, and why was it created?
Yeah, so the Memphis Medical District, for many decades, it was just blighted properties, neglected properties, crime and safety issues, depopulation, a lot of people moving out of that area, which there was a study, I think in the 1970s, there were over 30,000 residents in the district. And in 2014, when that study took place, it was less than 10,000 residents in the district. So major depopulation, businesses not wanting to locate there, people not wanting to live there. But yet you had these major institutions there, all of your hospitals and those colleges there, all, of course, separate entities with their own board of directors, own strategic plans and so forth. But they had so many employees that worked in the area, so many students that learned in that area, and just all the land that they own, being big curators of arts and culture, purchasing lots of goods and services. What if these entities came together to really build up that area, the surrounding neighborhoods, and make it a better place to live, work, learn, and play? So in 2016, that's what happened. These organizations came together. Also thanks to the Hyde Family Foundation for bringing the idea and bringing these organizations together to be able to come, work together, and have an impact on just how everyone lives, work, learn, and play in that area. So you've seen a lot of great investments taking place, more vibrancy, improved safety, and now the medical district is kind of becoming more of a place that people want to be, not just that pass through between downtown and midtown, but actually becoming a destination for people. So that's kind of what the reason why the organization got started, to really build that area up after so much decline and disinvestment after many, many decades.
That's really exciting. Could you kind of define the boundaries of what is the medical district for those who aren't entirely sure where it starts and ends?
Oh, 100%. And that is a very common question. And I do like to share these are man-made boundaries, of course.
Right.
So it's really where those hospitals and colleges are within the medical district. So you can kind of look from Union and Cleveland, kind of being more of a eastern boundary there, where you have Methodist University as well. And then you kind of move into, your edge district. We have a lot of, UT, Regional 1, Baptist Health Sciences, Southwest, Health Department, Le Bonheur, right there as well. Along Madison, you have Southern College of Optometry. And then you go a little bit more on the northwest end, you have St. Jude and ALSAC right there. So really where those major hospitals and colleges are, that's what we call the medical district.
That's really awesome and really great to kind of have it. It's a very wide range because, we're going all the way up to St. Jude and ALSAC. Yeah. And that's, it just is a testament to the great medical community that we have because it covers so much land. It's because we have so many great hospitals and universities that specialize in medicine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we have some of the best healthcare in the country. You think about St. Jude, of course, being, worldwide known. You think about even like the sheriff, Steve Jobs. Where was he treated? Right here in the medical district as well. If there's some type of trauma event that takes place, for a 150-mile radius, I think Region 1 is the only level 1 trauma center. If you have a sick child, you're probably coming to Le Bonheur for that child as well. And then if you're trying to, become a doctor, a nurse, get in a medical profession, you're coming to learn in the medical district. So it really touches so many people. And it just says a lot about these, we like to say, eds and meds really coming together to really make a big difference. And they've been doing that since 2016.
Yeah, and to your point, we have the education there. We've got UTHSC, which is an R1 institution. And if you're not sure what an R1 institution is, it's like the top level of achievement that you can have in research. And the University of Memphis and UTHSC are if I'm correct, Memphis is one of only 5 or 6, I think, cities to have more than one public university with an R1 designation.
I believe that is the case. And, UT, of course, great. And we call them anchor institutions as well. I forgot to share that because it is going to be difficult to move UT somewhere else. Difficult to pick up St. Jude and move it somewhere else. So they're really anchored in the area. But also, have other great colleges there. Baptist Health Sciences University, their new Osteopathic College of Medicine that they opened up, Southern College of Optometry, everything that they're doing, their expansion that's been announced in recent weeks as well, too. And then Southwest Tennessee Community College, one of the largest community colleges in the state, doing a tremendous job in the area.
I mean, it's a flourishing area. Like you said, eds and meds. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Which leads me to my next question. What are the key programs that MMDC provides to achieve your mission?
Yeah, so there's a lot of great things that the organization has done and is doing. When I joined in 2021, we had something that said over 20 different initiatives. That's a lot in a few years. Then I began to learn more and see all the things that we're doing. Like, okay, those are a lot of initiatives. So, but to kind of just put them all into categories, we can start with kind of streets and public spaces, which is very important for us in the medical district. So one of the first things when you have, blighted, neglected properties, crime, safety challenges, you need to really clean up the area. And I know that's something that our mayor's been working on and cleaning up the city as well. But our ambassador team, we use a company, Block by Block. They work in a lot of downtowns nationally. They came in just every day. Our ambassadors, people see them all the time. I like to say they're the face of the MMDC. Men and women in blue shirts going around cleaning up litter and removing leaves and removing graffiti, providing hospitality services, providing bike patrol services across the district. I think that has been a major thing that has led to a lot of the investment that we've seen by having a clean and safe medical district as well. Our parks that we have in the district, now soon to be Medical District Park. We may talk about that a little bit later. The former Health Sciences Park really becoming a place where people want to be and gather and really promote inclusion in that area as well too. And pedestrian safety is a big thing. We know about some of the challenges the city of Memphis has with pedestrian safety, but the medical district would try to be on the forefront of that, since there are so many students and employees walking to and from in the medical district, making sure those streets are clean and safe, and that we look out for pedestrians. So you see a lot of pedestrian signage there. You see a lot of asphalt art projects in the district. You see all those delineators and armadillos and all the curb bump outs to really make sure that it's safe. So we like to be on the forefront of that. Our real estate program, a lot of people know about the things that we do to help developers and business owners. So real estate economic development, we have great grant and loan programs. So pre-development grants, if someone is looking to come into the medical district, can get up to $4,000 in pre-development grants to get some architectural drawings done or feasibility studies. Then we have improvement grants. So once you do sign a lease, you can get up to $20,000 in improvements for your space, a small loan program for emerging developers. And then we have our big Memphis Medical District Investment Fund, which is $30 million that's available for developers to help spur more inclusive housing and development in the district. So thank you to Regions, Truist, First Horizon, all contributing $10 million each to that fund to help spur a lot of development, and the Kresge Foundation, Hyde Foundation, and Pathway Lending. They're actually the one that administers that fund for our medical district as well. Communications and marketing. So for employees and students, you don't want them to just go to, class, or once their shift is done at the hospital, they may want to go and do some things and build community and have events. Our communications marketing team does a tremendous job on putting on a lot of great events and other gatherings together for employees and residents in the district. And last but not least, our workforce program, Hire Local, which is quickly becoming a national model, in which I talked about some of the depopulation in the district. From the study, there was about, for the residents remaining, about 2/3 African-American, 41% living below the poverty line. But yet, all these individuals stay so close to these major economic engines with our hospitals and colleges. So, and if you look at, everything now with the economy, and you see healthcare is still the industry that is growing, that needs to hire more jobs, need more people in. So how do we marry those individuals who live so close to these institutions and connect that talent with the hospital? So the Hire Local program really taking off, where we're helping those residents get living wage jobs at the hospitals. There's no cost for the program. So if you want to become a EMT, LPN, CNA, so many other things, we get into sterile processing, radiology techs, and so forth, you can get it no cost to you. We provide stipends along the way, other support services, and when you're done, you're guaranteed an interview at one of the hospitals, and we have a great placement right there. And then once you get into that system there, there's more economic mobility opportunities for you. So really see that as a game changer for the community, but also we're expanding it throughout the city of Memphis and Shelby County. So look forward to that program continuing to grow. So those are some of the things that we're doing. Some other things, like I mentioned, 20 different initiatives, but hopefully that summed up most of the things that we're doing.
That's all incredible work. And I know I've had the pleasure of going on your district bus tour that y'all do. That was such a fun afternoon, just seeing all the new developments and all the things that have changed. As, a lifelong Memphian, I've seen things come and go, and it was really exciting to see all that was coming to the area and had come, and especially when it comes to affordable housing and things in the area that were needed for students and for our residents in the area.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. We want for our anchor institutions, those eds and meds, they have about 25,000 employees and 8,000 students, and a majority of those individuals don't live in the medical district. And most of us would love to live, close to where we work or where we learn. So bringing in housing supply has been really important. And I do like to say if, people can work together of all different income levels, they should be able to live in the same communities together. Mm-hmm. So it is bringing that market rate, affordable, attainable workforce housing, that entire mix income into the district has been key. So having some of our grant programs and our loan programs have been crucial to some of the housing that you see online now.
We went into this gorgeous townhouse, and it was just really a fun opportunity. And so to any listener, if you get the opportunity to go on one of these bus tours, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So you've told us all about these initiatives and all about y'all's vast arm in the medical district. And you're celebrating 10 years,
yes,
which is a huge, huge deal. 10 years of the medical district, 10 years of improving this part of our city. Can you tell us about some of y'all's latest achievements in the medical district and as an organization?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is recently has been having a grocery store.
Yes.
So having Aldi open up in April has been a huge hit. We do an annual survey that goes out to employees and students and residents in the medical district. And the number one thing has always been we got to have a grocery store, a major chain coming into the district. So having Aldi, it is crucial to have a grocery store in your area. It's not just an amenity. It's something that you have to have for the well-being of that community. So having Aldi has been a major achievement. As I get on Zoom calls or meet people, like, oh, I love the Aldi. Like I'm there every week shopping. So it's great that it's right there, right in the heart of the district as you go down Union. And then another milestone, of course, is the park,
yes.
Health Sciences Park. We know the history there with the Confederate statues and monuments that were there. And thankful for the city of Memphis and Memphis Green Space for all that they did to get that done. But now it was kind of the next phase of what do you think about the future of that park? How do we make it a place of healing and inclusion that's right there in the heart of the medical district? So a subsidiary of ours, Medical District LLC, was conveyed to park. So now we're doing a lot of planning with stakeholders, the University of Memphis, their design collaborative, DT Design, and others to really think about the next phase of that park. But it's been a lot of great community feedback about what we'll be able to do to make that one of the next great parks in our city of Memphis. So that has been something big. I think as you talked about the tours that you see, I think as you go through the medical district, you see Orleans Station. And I think that is just a great example of those public-private partnerships that take place with University of Tennessee and Henry Turley Company to now take, land which is parking spaces, surface parking lots, and older buildings. And as we talked about, needing housing. So now you have 372 units there, 16,000 square feet of retail space. You have your French truck coffee, your rockin' dough, your sauna yoga, your pliables going there. 10 nail bar, so many other businesses coming there. So that's another key part of making it a destination. But we see that type of model that some of our other institutions will be able to use for some of their land as well going forward. And just on a note about the work that we're doing, even though we're only 10 years in, we've been highlighted as really one of the more successful collaboratives across the country in what we do. So the Healthcare Anchor Network, they put out basically the best practices for collaboratives. And the Daily Memphian ended up writing an article about us having a banner year about a year or two ago. And they reached out to us and wanted to interview us, and they kind of put the playbook on pause because they felt that we had to have the Memphis Medical District Collaborative included in there. So highlighting our work around real estate, around workforce, and around how we get the community involved was really, really big. So we were grateful to go to St. Louis and also to Philadelphia as the playbook was unveiled, shining a light on what we were doing in Memphis.
You know, I'd like to stop you for a moment there, Rory. It has been 10 years of incredible improvements for the district. And so even though it hasn't been, 50 years, so much has happened that has made an impact on the community. So congratulations. I'm going to give you a round of applause for that. So that brings me to more about impact, kind of from an economic perspective. What is the economic impact that the medical district has on Memphis? Why is the medical district so important to our region?
Oh, yeah. Well, just off for our hospitals and colleges alone, there's been billions of dollars of capital investment in the area. But then there's been over $600 million in private investment in the area. Over 60 new businesses getting started in the medical district area. 1,400 new housing units developed or underway in the medical district as well. Thousands of individuals being trained for living wage jobs at the hospitals. So just so many different touch points and impact that our organizations are making. And we're grateful for you all's GMERC team will be doing our 10-year impact study. So,
incredible. That's awesome.
So we're looking forward to working with you all to share that story this year as about the total impact that our district is making in the community. And again, for why it's just so important for this region. For the region, we talked a little bit about, if you have a sick child, where you're coming in, but it's no longer that pass-through anymore. It's becoming a destination. So now if you were looking to your downtown resident, looking for a grocery store, hey, it's right there now for you to come into the district as well, too. So it is very vital that we make the medical district vibrant, safe, and prosperous, and a lot of great work. Grateful for all of our partners in this work. The Downtown Memphis Commission, tremendous partner in this work. Most of the medical district is within the CBID, so are working with Chandel and her team. So we want even the Midtown as well. So we want from downtown medical district to Midtown, not miss a beat, just vibrancy, growth, and prosperity for our businesses, for our residents in the area.
We need our neighborhoods and our districts in the city of Memphis and in the region to be, like you said, vibrant and exciting and attractive to people inside and out. And, it takes each neighborhood to build the collective Memphis area. And so it's great to see the efforts that you guys are putting in and the accomplishments that have happened in these 10 years. And I'm excited for that impact study because I can visually see the impact.
Right.
But from a data and economic standpoint, those numbers will just back up what we already know and what we already see as we've seen new developments and things pop up or be redone and revamped.
That's so true. And I think one of the key things as we talk to individuals about the medical district, it's so tangible that you can see. You can think about how it was 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. Say, like, man, had no idea this development was there or this business. Why are they choosing to locate in the medical district? This franchise that's, first time coming to the Memphis area, why are they located in the medical district? Or you see like, if you're a business owner, someone's going to be coming by my doorstep and sidewalks cleaning up for me every day. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it is becoming a great place, very tangible impact. But as you said, once we get the data to really synthesize that, and I think then we'll really take off even more nationally in which the impact that we're doing in the medical district. And other cities are already looking at what we're doing. So we're looking forward to us being a national model.
And, that right there feels good to have other cities looking at what we're doing and saying, Memphis is doing it right. The medical district is doing what needs to be done. And I mean, I think about when you guys announced the Aldi coming to town. I watched them build and get that. I drive past it every single day. And I just watched them get that whole thing up and running in just a matter of months and then open it. And now every day when I'm driving home to and from work, it's popping off. The parking lot is full. Yeah. I have on very few occasions seen that parking lot with visible empty spaces from the street. And so it is a valuable asset. And you guys are really making an impact on Memphis. To change gears a little bit, this is a little bit more of a question, a personal preference. What are your favorite things about the medical district?
Sometimes I get in trouble for this question. So can't name businesses but for me, honestly, I like this. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I can't think of a great example of the power of collaboration than the medical district. As I mentioned about being in community economic development for 15 years, it's always we work in silos, and if we ever come together and work together, like the type of impact that we can have. Well, here's a living, breathing example right here in the heart of the city of just these institutions coming together. Of course, like, hey, nurses can go to work different places. They're recruiting for students, but they're coming together to work together. And it just shows the impact that they're having in the district and the impact on just so many lives. So I think that's probably my favorite thing is just the example of the power of collaboration and seeing being a part of it every day. Of course, it's so walkable, which is a big thing. I was able to just go walk to lunch today, or you can go take a walk in the park, or if you're going to one of the hospitals or colleges, you can just take a quick walk over. Very walkable district. There's always people around as well. So those are, a couple great things as well. All the new businesses that are coming in that our economic development real estate team continues to do to recruit them into the area. And, just our Hire Local program. So these individuals who, majority of individuals, low to moderate income, coming in, getting these great living wage jobs with full benefits at the hospitals, really changing trajectory for themselves and for their families. It's very rewarding work every day.
Great work. And collaboration is so crucial to making a city grow. And it just fits right in with what you guys are doing and on all fronts. Y'all are all working for a common purpose, which is twofold. It's helping people, but I think it's also, when we look at it on a city level, making Memphis greater and, helping our people. I mean, of course, like you said, people come in for hospitals or for, the amenities that are there, but it's, helping people.
Oh, yeah. People in place. That's what I like to say.
So as we are kind of wrapping up our time together, I have one last question. And we've talked about your 10 years of MMDC. My question is, what do the next 10 years look like? What's the future for MMDC?
Well, for me, it's to be regarded as the most sought after place to live, work, learn, and play in the region. That when you think about a place that you want to live, place that you want to work, place that you want to learn, that you want to go play at, you think of the medical district. And this is the go-to place for that. So it's continued investments by our anchor institutions into the district. You see, if you go around the medical district, you can see really for all the anchors, some type of project taking place that's going to improve the vibrancy, either help them recruit new students to come into the area, help them recruit talent from across the country to come in and work at the hospital. You're going to see that taking place. You're going to see more small businesses coming into the area. Really excited about some of the openings that are happening even this month and coming up soon. Some of the build outs that you see in the district as well. Excited about our Hire Local program, that expansion and growth that you'll continue to see for individuals throughout Shelby County, getting these great economic mobility opportunities as well. So those are some of the key things. But I think for us, when you think about it, sought after, you're like, just what area do I want to live in within this region, that the medical district is the top of mind for everyone. So a way to go to get there, but with the great team that we have, our great board of directors, our partners that we have in this work, we'll get there.
Rory, thank you so much for coming on and just sharing about all the work you're doing and your team is doing in the medical district. We really appreciate making Memphis greater.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Talk Chamber. We are so glad you could be here with us. Today, Rory shared with us all about the collaboration and the improvements that are going on in the medical district. I'm talking Aldi, Chick-fil-A, Medical District Park. There are just so many exciting things happening in the medical district. If you enjoyed this episode or learned a valuable piece of information, share this episode with a friend or maybe even a colleague. Subscribe to the Talk Chamber to keep up with the latest on the Chamber, economic development, and all things Memphis. Follow us on social media at Memphis Chamber, and we'll see you next time.